LaToya Pringle and Orlando Larkins are heading to Phoenix and New York respectively after being selected in today's WNBA draft. Pringle was picked 13 and Larkins immediately followed at 14. Pringle broke the career record for blocks at Carolina, and Larkins averaged 13.7 points and 6.2 rebounds per game in her career for the Tar Heels. And the Heels struck out against Elon in yet another dismal outing for the baseball team. Here's Tim Fedorovich slugging one of the Heels' 5 hits for the day. Fierce pitching and solid defensive play from both dugouts left men on base nearly every single inning. Even Carolina's best, like cleanup man Chad Showstopper Flack, couldn't get any lumber love. Here, his boomstick just barely comes up short for the homer. And despite a poor offensive showing, and sophomore diamond guru Scott Gunn says he'll always be a fan.
Elon played a good game, and it's tough to win them all, but hopefully the weather will warm up and these boys will finish off pretty good, taking into regionals. So it's just fun to get out and watch. I'd encourage everybody to come out and watch them.
Not all fans were that content with the game, especially with some questionable officiating on this game-changing play late in the 6th. Let's take a closer look. Now, I might not have spidey vision, but that definitely looks like a drop ball to me. And as you can tell, Coach Rick Fox and company did not like that one bit. The number 4 ranked Heels hope to make up their 2-0 loss to Elon when they square off against North Carolina A&T tonight at 6. And any football coach will tell you how important it is to have a consistent running game. And that's something the Tar Heels haven't had the past several seasons. But sophomore Greg Little has shown that there might be some bright spots on the way to Carolina's rushing attack. He rushed for 51 yards and 11 carries on Monday at Carolina's spring scrimmage. He did have to bounce off a few tackles, though. But using his strong upper body to his advantage, he eventually found his way into the end zone. And Little wasn't the only big story of the day. Watch sophomore Ryan Houston heading into a herd of tacklers, but spins his 255-pound frame the other direction, and then doing what all the best running backs do, falling forward at the end of the play. All in all, Carolina running backs combined for 137 yards and 3 touchdowns in the scrimmage. And after last year's disappointing football season, Butch Davis is back and hoping for better luck this year. Sarah Moore gives us a look at the contenders for quarterback in the fall.
Spring practice has just wrapped up, and competition for the coveted quarterback position continues.
I always treat it as open, whether it was or not, just competing every day. I just feel like as any player, you should treat every position as open and just, take it, one play at a time, one day at a time, and just, work for that spot.
TJ Yates injured his shoulder last season and has just been cleared to throw, but not to play. With Yates on the sidelines, that leaves Mike Paulus and Cameron Sexton to fill his shoes, with a little help, of course.
Yeah, TJ's real helpful. He does, he signals in what Coach Shoop's calling, but he's also, saying if I come off the field after a drive, he'll say, hey, you had this or that, or just point things out for me to help me out, because he knows that he was in my place last year. And
Sexton says that scrimmages are an extremely important part of this process.
It's nice to get out there and just, and the thing about getting reps is you can get into the flow of it, and you can get into a rhythm, and as a quarterback, that's important, so it was nice to get some reps.
The more practice he gets, the more confident Paulus is in his ability to start as quarterback for Carolina.
I felt a lot better than I did in the scrimmage last week. I got the start last week in the scrimmage, and everything was happening just so fast. And I think after a couple days of watching the film, settling down, and just going out there and competing, I feel a lot better today than I did.
So what about the rest of the team? Who does everyone else think should start? Most are keeping tight-lipped.
Come on. I ain't really gonna get into all that, but I feel like they both performed well. They've been learning, going hard all spring, and it came out to be a good outcome for both of them.
With an entire summer of workouts ahead, there's plenty of time for Sexton and Paulus to battle it out. In Chapel Hill, I'm Sarah Moore, Carolina Week Sports.
Women's tennis traveled just down the road yesterday to take on number 7 ranked Duke. It was Duke's senior day, and number 10 Carolina faced a tough match. Tar Heel doubles pair Austin Smith and Katrina Sang picked up an impressive 8-1 victory at number 2. And Carolina's other 2 doubles pairs dropped their matches. Duke scored a pair of 8-3 wins to take the lead. Going into singles play, the Heels had to readjust their game. Sanaz Moran gave UNC its second win of the day. Moran is now 18-1 for the season and 6-1 in ACC play. Again, the Heels couldn't get another win for singles, and Duke won the match 5-2. Duke was able to score a point in the battle for the Carlisle Cup, though Carolina has a dominant lead 15-5. Carolina will end regular season play this weekend on the road against Virginia and Virginia Tech. And guys, it's good news because Carolina, even though they lost a point in the Carlisle Cup right there, they do have an insurmountable lead this year, and UNC will take home the cup.
Gosh, nothing makes me happier than whooping up on Duke. I love to see it. I know y'all love to see it, and so that's great news.
Always good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Walter. And the numbers keep rising.
Coming up, will an expensive drink keep you from going out at night?